so it's not like you
But
have
this
to
is
trust.
not
I was
him
not
making
20
it up.
minutes late. Somehow I thought I was not 20 minutes
But
late.
this
I
is
was-
not
I was
you
only
making it up,
5
by the
minutes
way.
late,
Yeah.
and you guys played my song.
We
so.
did.
We played two
We took
songs.
our time.
Yeah.
We were playing music while he was standing outside waiting to come in. This is how you swindle people out of their time. But welcome back to the second
Yes.
hour. If you guys just tuned in, I mean, his voice is kind of distinct, so
It's absolutely.
you good?
I'm
good?
good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Didn't know, no,
Okay.
but we do have Rophnan in the studio. If you guys don't have a radio near you and you're trying to tune in, you can also tune in on his Insta, I believe. His Instagram live, so you guys can join the conversation as well.
Yes,
we kept
yes.
him for the second hour because we have like a list of not weird. They're not weird. They're very chill questions.
No, I
Okay.
mean, since your album is called Suggest, we thought
Okay.
that we would ask you, Suggest, yeah.
Yeah.
So we would ask you 6 questions. It would go from easy to progressively thoughtful. So
Yes.
nothing to worry about.
Nothing weird or anything like that. Maybe the first one might get me in trouble.
So
but
get the weird one for that.
Get the
It's not weird, but we
It's
want
not
to know.
weird.
We
We're
want
in
to know.
trouble.
All right, let's go.
Are you
You
ready?
ready?
Born ready.
Number 1.
What was that?
It was
A drum roll.
He's like, that was
He
an
was dissing your
embarrassing-
drum roll.
This is not a drum roll.
Oh, wow.
Shut.
Okay.
Okay.
Is she? First question.
Yes, first question being, what is
Have
a
you ever
nickname
had a nickname
that you went by?
Yeah.
Trophy?
No.
Besides Rofi, come
outside of
on.
Rophnan, do you have a nickname?
No, not really.
No nicknames. Nothing
No
at home.
No Abush, no.
That's it. Like because like people call my name in different ways. Some people
Yeah.
call me Rocky. Some people call me Rofi. So like, since it's a weird name as like as a little kid
Yeah.
growing up, everybody had their own kind of,
Version
Yeah.
of
So-
Rophnan? Okay.
so for example, my dad calls me. It's only my dad that calls me Rophnan.
Really?
Yeah,
Fully.
fully Rophnan.
All right.
My mom calls me Rophnan with a nen.
Okay. That's why you
The
said
rest of my family call me Rophnan. So my ID is Rophnan.
Rophnan.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's to tribute my dad that I called it Rophnan
Yeah.
because
Ah.
because he gave me the name.
Yes.
So
Right.
the right way is his way, since he
The fact that there's different like pronunciations of your name in your own
exactly.
house.
So yeah, exactly. So even in my own house. So yeah. So that's it.
Rophnan it is then.
All right.
Second question.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the first song you ever made?
Oh man, you remember?
No?
Like from your
Um,
mixtape days, maybe.
Yeah, I wrote it, so it never made it to be recorded. Maybe one day I'll record it. So a friend of mine just won an award or something for Idol,
Okay.
and we became friends.
Okay.
So it was like early days, right? So, and I was trying to help. And I was like, okay, maybe I can hook you up something. I only had a laptop back then, and I was like, okay, maybe I can, draw something for him as a music, and then I did that, and then he didn't like it. He thought it was stupid. This
Oh,
song.
wow. Humble beginnings.
Humble
Yes.
beginnings, but I think when I still remember the melody, and when I remember the melody and the lyrics, I'm like, it's not stupid, man. You stupid.
Hold on, what were like some of the words from the song? Can you remember a little bit?
That's called originally.
Okay.
Like-
Is it
like-
English?
No, it's Amharic,
Okay.
but originally, like how Habesha moms call it. I was creative. I was super creative back then.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Originally, that's that.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
That
Next
was-
time.
So if you guys hear a song called Originally, it was written, I don't know, in the early days.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So number 3 is going to be our quick fire question.
Okay.
So we're gonna ask you a series.
So
of
you have
questions.
I thought this was gonna be 5
This
questions.
was not.
Uh,
This is not.
They're calm.
And you have fire questions inside the
faster.
fire questions.
They're faster. So this part we're gonna
Oh,
ask
you
you a
guys-
series of faster questions.
Okay.
You're okay with that, right? He's like, I don't know.
I'll try.
It's
I'm
easy.
I'm a slow person, but okay.
It's easy. Like sweet or spicy? Oh, wow. You really
Oh
had to
dang!
think about
This
that.
was
Faster.
Spicy.
okay. DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
You better say Marvel.
There you go. You got an approval. Dogs or cats? And keep in mind.
Oh
I'm
man, dogs.
informed,
Don't
yeah.
even.
I was gonna say Poco's listening to this, so.
Come on.
He's listening, right?
No, I'm not a cat person.
All right. You're
Unless it's a line.
Touche. Your biggest fear?
It used to be social media.
Mm.
Yeah, because like, can I explain?
Yeah,
Sure,
of
Okay,
course.
so I thought like I had to make sure. Anyways, like I saw the potential could go in a very, very wrong way,
Mm.
but also that was me back in the days. But now understanding, okay, everybody has opinions. I don't really give it more attention anymore.
Sure.
If you ask me now, it's fear of God, like losing the connection, like not being humble, being destroyed with all this that goes on around me.
Mm-hmm.
So to humble myself and to not lose that's my biggest fear.
Wow. I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be something like
Cockroaches or something?
a receding hairline or something. I don't know.
My hairline intact. Boy, jeans.
Oh, wow.
That's ridiculous.
All right. What about...
is your love language?
Yeah.
Come again?
What is your love language? Like, for example,
language.
The 5 love
yes,
languages.
Howie's love language is giving gifts.
That's how I
Express.
That's how I
love.
express it, not how...
express.
Yeah.
How do you express and how do you also show? Because those are
I'm
different.
honesty. I'll tell you whatever it is up front.
You know that's not a love language.
That's how much you love people.
Okay,
Be
words of
honest, like,
affirmation, maybe?
Maybe. He's like,
You can
He was like,
You can take
say
it
it
there.
whenever you want.
you can take it there, but like for me, if I like you, love you, whatever, I have something for you, you would know it. I'm a straight out person. Like that should show you that, in my opinion, that should show you like how much you mean to me. Like
Yeah.
if I tell you up front, like you did, or I have this for you, or that's it.
Okay.
that makes sense. Like, if I'm honest to you
Because
about
it takes
everything
courage.
else,
Like I always tell people, love takes courage. Like if you think someone who neglects you or who's not there for you, or who doesn't call you when they have to be or check on you, and tell you, and coming back in your life, love is courageous. That's
Yeah.
the first sign of love. Like it should make you courageous. And if a person is not that courageous for you, I don't want to say the word.
Dang. Damn. And the last one, what is your favorite TikTok trend from your album, Siddis?
Dustin, man, there's no question. I brought all the beautiful ladies out there to the front, and then yeah.
I'm adding ad libs. And TikTok has gone virtually crazy over the album. What is it?
Yeah.
40 million hashtags?
We are above 40 million hashtags now, and it's wild. It's crazy. I thought it was only on my page. So because like people tag me like when I go through, because I try to find the nicest videos and compile them and then put them on YouTube and stuff. That was the idea first, and then now everybody, like when I see people's pages, the same thing, and I get a phone call like, yo, it's you, everyone. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man, but I'm not sorry.
Not sorry, exactly. All right, so we finished the quick fire questions.
We're calming down a little bit
You
more.
guys are nice.
We're not done.
We're not done though. He was like, you guys are nice. We're not done. Okay, fourth question being, so we're doing a 7.
Oh, so
What
that was
that
what
was-
the hell?
He was,
That's
It's
like
a
what kind of
roller coaster.
numerology you guys follow?
it's a roller coaster. You don't like roller coasters?
Everything that
Yeah,
happened
damn,
right now
okay.
is like 3 questions.
We're
So
on the
the
fourth.
introvert in me is like freaking out right now. Okay.
Okay,
let's
okay,
go.
you good. Fourth question being, we're doing a 7 Deadly Sins series. On Owaze, not religious affiliated, but just talking about human nature. Out of the 7 deadly sins, all the 7? No? Should I
No.
remind you? You're like no.
Ego being the first.
Mm-hmm. Greed.
Something that we talked
Okay.
about.
Ego, greed.
Gluttony,
Yeah.
which is overconsumption. It's just capitalism, basically.
Pride.
Which is ego that we said before. It's sloth, which is being lazy.
Lust.
And then anger.
Wrath.
Okay.
Yes. So out of the 7, which one do you currently struggle with?
Or I've ever struggled
Or ever struggle with?
Ego, man.
Ego, so pride.
Yeah.
Because like it's not easy. You really have to like, if you check your ego, you're good. Because like honesty is everything with yourself. Just like honesty is everything with the next person.
Right.
Just check your ego. Like I said earlier, all the time, and it's a never-ending struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And for every step of your life, there's a bigger ego waiting for you. bigger monster, bigger whatever, you know.
Okay.
And I'm a firm believer of like laichet exactly
Sure.
you
Yeah.
know. So if you make it to some extent in your life, and especially if you struggle with something really big and you get it out of that,
Mm.
or that whatever depression, misery, now welcome back. You're somebody,
Okay.
you know.
All right.
You know, you're somebody. Like, don't think this is easy, because a lot of people are not fortunate enough to do this.
Mm.
You know, because especially when you're on that time where you can't handle your ego, you do some things that could hurt you permanently in your life. Maybe you drop out. Maybe you know what I mean. You'll be somewhere that you would regret for the rest of your life. So.
Mm.
You know, always do that. And like I said earlier, I want to say it again because I want to stress it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be alone with yourself. That's how you should check your inner, you know, well-being.
Yeah. Are you
Try to be alone. Try to be alone.
Yeah.
And if you're cool, you're good.
Alright.
Album questions. This album specifically, a lot of hip hop. So first, who are your favorite hip hop artists? But then I'm gonna say all of them, and you pick. Is it Wu-Tang Clan or Hitters with Attitude?
Only one?
Is she?
I
You
mean,
can only
no,
pick
we
one.
one or
Not
the
though?
other.
Yes. Wu-Tang Clan or Hitters with Attitude, because I can't say the N-word on radio.
I'll go with Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Who?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. And we on Crip Walk.
Is she Jay-Z or Kanye West?
Of course, Jay-Z, man. What
Oh,
are you
yeah?
talking about?
Oh,
Come
what?
on, man.
I thought
We
you'd go
thought
for
you'd be
Kanye.
attracted to
West.
like the production with like Kanye, the genius with that.
Man,
choirs.
bro, like there's no Kanye without Jay-Z. He'll
True.
tell you.
Okay.
True. Fair enough.
Kendrick
Youngins.
or J. Cole.
Jay, because I can understand Jay.
Explain.
I
I
don't
can
know.
understand Jay. Kendrick, most of the time it just flies over my head because you know what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as a rapper, like you're not giving me some horns or anything. Like, you're giving me words, right? Like
Yeah.
your words means a lot to me, and
Mhm.
I have to understand you. And most
Yeah.
of the time, maybe it's my English or my background or whatever, you know, or the way he puts his thing up.
Yeah.
I bet you half of it people don't understand.
Yes.
Yo.
You know,
Yeah.
and also like it also has to do something with your upbringing, right?
Mhm.
Like the way you like he talks about, for example, what has to do with you? He talking about Section 8.
True.
Just honest question.
Howie is like, I'm not in this. I don't want to hear
I
You
that.
see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you know, I love Kendrick and I love his artistry. Everybody respects him, but since he's a rapper, you know, but
As a
because if
rapper.
he was a singer or a jazz artist, something like, I can understand, see his musical part, and he's a genius when it comes
Yeah.
to his music as well. You know, he's also involved in production, which I really appreciate about an artist, because I'm 100% in control in that, and
Yeah.
so I see that and I really appreciate that. But Jay as well, he's J. Cole.
Right.
He's also, you know, in control of his production. That says a lot about you
Yeah.
and my work. And yeah, because of these things, you know, and Jay, everything he says, I can understand.
Mm.
You know,
Sure.
it's like he's talking to a normal, you know, it doesn't matter where you grow. He's
Mhm.
talking to you. Boom.
Right.
Yeah. It's easier to understand, Jay. I understand. I get
Yeah.
it. I get what you mean. One of the more, I don't know if it's serious or not. It all depends on how you take the question. But what I really do want to take away from this whole interview is if you had a chance to have a conversation with 6-year-old rophnan,
Mm-hmm.
what would his reaction be to you today?
Man, you still love your mom to this day. Yeah, the same way. That'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think he'd be proud of you, of the music you make? Of your
Would he give you like the
success?
biggest hug?
Be like, I'm your fan? Like, if it was a separate person from you, 6-year-old rophnan.
I've had moments with myself when I was 9, and that also includes my, you know, you can
Sure.
call it like a
Around
six,
the same
like
time.
6, in around the same time, right?
Mm.
So, those moments, like, I would understand that they were something to spark, you know, a future or an understanding or awakening or some ideas for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the way I see the world, it doesn't come later in life. It was there from early age, and I had curiosities and things like that. So, you know, I think like it's an affirmation when you grow up, and then you put that in place, and then you try to go above it and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. You know, 6-year-old me or the child, rophnan, the kid would say, don't be scared of this moment. You know, they're gonna follow you for the rest of your life, and then you know you're gonna use it for your own benefit, and it's real. You know, so
Okay. And the last question being, what's one thing from your album Sadist that people don't know that you want them to know?
what's one thing? There's a million things.
I know there's a million things, but if there's one thing that you could choose to say, what would that be?
I am the stone on Yamanukni. Yeah. So I'm a, you know, I see, we all are born as you know, like the alet, the guy, like the you know.
Yeah.
So words, religion, belief, faith, family, everything around us, it shapes us into something. And I mean, to go in life and, you know, I think to make it in life is not really money.
Mm.
Money's good. I love money. My dad is proud of me right now. but here's the thing, you know, it gives you financial freedom and everything. It's beautiful. And also the fortunate thing is, like, you can help people that you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing, you know, it goes above you. But what goes most above you, and what the most important part is, what kind of stone are you gonna be? You know, are you just that I'm polished, I'm touched stone for the rest of your life, or you let the words, you know, the good people around you and the world shape you into become something? So, Lalibela, the church was just a stone before it was. Aksum was just a stone. Everything that you see, the civilization that the world doesn't even know how they made it to this day, all that perception and astronomy, astrology, all that, you know, geometrical values that this stone has.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a stone, just like who we are. When we were growing up, or when we were born.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time and wisdom that shapes us into something. So when you see these stones, understand you are that stone as well. You can be that stone as a human being. And, you know, just know what, you know, just understand always, you know, who would have a control over, you know, the shapeness of who you are as a, you know, as a stone. Because I don't know, in life, you know. So who you gonna be?
All right.
Damn.
That
That's
is
a lot deeper than I thought it was
right.
gonna be.
We were trying to, but
I
that's
know,
the end of the 6
That makes
questions.
sense.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Yamanyugani, I was surprised at Yamanyugani because most of the things you do, you like to take your platform and shine it on something else. I think this is one of the first times in your career where you're like, this is me. And
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about me
Yeah.
on this one. So yeah, that's amazing.
I'm really attached to that song, and it's me speaking to, you know, to the world around me, and it was very inspired by the way, I wrote that song after 3. When 3 comes out, everybody, I really don't like it when people think, oh man, this is out of this world, and nothing is out of this world. Like, you have to understand, I'm coming from the world you're coming. There's nothing special about me. I went to public school, normal lifestyle. I grew up in Kera, in the middle of all that chaos, and nothing about me is special. So you were missing the point. The point is, kings are made. You know, legends are made. All these stones, they're made.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm building myself into this, and all the people that surrounds me and God's energy is brought me here.
Mm.
So Yaman Yukane is, it's coming out of telling. That's the reason why I had to tell a story about myself.
Yes.
You know, and I know still people think, you know what I mean. Sometimes they don't understand it and they confuse it. Even some people take it into some weird stuff. But you know, understand, like, you know, if you see me how much I work and how much I pray and how much I put into this, you wouldn't dare to call me anything. You know, so look at yourself before you say anything about me. So yeah, so Yaman Yukani can answer everything. So if people want to look at you in a way that they're supposed to, they will understand.
Yeah.
But you can't tell people you should look at me this way. It's up to you. What you see in me is you. You know, if I see the light in you, that means I have the light. Because no weak heart can see big heart. You know, that's why it's weak. You know, so when you're a kid, when people look at you and say, or even after like you get here, when people look at you and say, "Hey, you'll be somebody, man. You got this." It's only because they're big. They can say this to you. Weak people, I'm sorry to say this. There's no weak people or weak-minded people. They will always tell you, "Hey, it's because of this, da 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 da." You know what I mean? So if you look at me, and whatever comes to your mind, if you look at me and say, "This is a hard-working person," you're a legend in the making. Understand this. If you look at me and think, "I come from a world where I'm doing this and that to get here," that's because you have a weak heart and you're not able to see this. You know, so that's not my problem.
Right.
So whatever you look at in people, it's you. When mothers look, Tawut below እናቶች መስሙት because they see their son in that. And that they are so someone የቸገረው and it could be their son. So we always look at ourselves and our who we are in people, you know. So if you look at people in a negative way, check yourself. Maybe it's you who's negative, you know. Because I meet a lot of people and I'm not able to see the negative in people anymore unless you reflect it so much in me to the point I notice it and something wrong with you, you know. So yeah, so Yaman, you can answer like word to word to word to word. You go through it. Then you can ask me one line, what does it mean? I can give you an hour of explanation for that. So yeah.
Well, we're going to do that on our own time. Because I feel like we've taken enough of yours. But thank you so very much for being here today. We had fun. We hope you did too.
This was a lot of fun for us, yeah.
Congratulations.
Man, thank you. Thanks for having me.
What is the most immediate, closest thing that's happening that you can talk about and tell the fans you should look out for this?
Because we see that you're back in the studio already.
Gee, like take a break,
come
take
on.
a vacation.
Yeah.
I wish,
You're
man.
like, no.
Imagine, I've never promised an album. Now I did for the first time. So imagine how much pressure I have. And then I have so many, you know, I have the label above me now.
Right.
And it's like I have to keep up the expectations I have to deliver. And I'm thinking to go much, much bigger. So, you know, there's a lot of pressure. So that's why I have to get back to the studio, sketch, and even redo. And this, like all the songs that I have, I have to redo them in the sense of 9 now.
Wow.
Imagine, that's even the hardest part. Like you already love this song, and then you have to like demolish that and then bring it up into a sense of 9 because it should be a different sound.
Yeah.
So these are the things I'm doing right now. That's why I have to get back. But the soonest thing I have to do now. Should I say it?
No, he's like, absolutely not. We'll let you know. We'll keep you guys updated on what he's up to.
Yeah, so I can't say it because the people will understand. Why.
You get it.
Yeah.
We'll let you know as soon as it's confirmed it's happening. But thank you so much for being here today. We had fun.
This has been a treat. We enjoyed it so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
On that note, we do have to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. As per usual, stay hydrated, make good decisions. Awazi out. Bye. We're still on there, so I can't even be like, when's it go down? When's it popping off? Whenever we come and put a...
We done, yeah?
We are. Say bye-bye to everybody on the live.
Instagram live.
Bye.